Assalamualaikum and good morning to my panel. Today I'm Nurhasinah Binti Hamdan would like to present to you about my final year project, which is body posture assessment under the supervision of Professor Maja Ismail Nasiruddin Ahmad. First is project summary. Industry these days are facing new problems to support their health and performance while attempting to integrate the new technology and keeping the safe work procedure. Many aspects of industrial work are physical nature, especially manual tasks. For example, when the workers must lift a component with considerable weight, arrange it in assembly position, or just simply sit on the work desk for a longer duration, which can give more disadvantage towards worker posture. The major problem for this case study is the great number of cases of musculoskeletal disorder (MSDs), especially in workplace. The investigation will use several assessment tools with different angles to identify and evaluate potential hazardous tasks and posture. Next is the introduction of background. The human worker plays a big role as an operator in complex and modern industrial systems. There are many aspects of industrial work from physical nature, especially manual tasks which the worker must lift and carry an object or component with considerable weight. There are two types of detrimental health effects from prolonged upward posture, which are work-related musculoskeletal discomfort and body pain. There are examples of upward or discomfort posture, which are squatting, kneeling, bending forward, and stooping. Several methods that can evaluate working posture from the workers using assessment tools such as rapid entire body assessment (REBA), job strength analysis, and electromyography (EMG). Next is the literature review. Manually performed material handling is a high-risk activity that can lead to spinal injury from the ergonomic point of view. This activity requires high energy and strength for the workers, which can lead to inflammation of nerves and muscle from the physiologic point of view. With a continuously bending, crouching, and hip twisting could interrupt musculoskeletal system. Musculoskeletal disorder comes from the frequently injury steady loss for long duration that cause tension to the joints, ligaments, and tendons. Range of motion is set of angle values that characterize the human joint movement, and it also depends on values corresponding to good ergonomic level. A case study from N. Ansari, Dr. N. G. Sheikh on evaluation of work posture can be concluded uh, that significant proportion of workers are working in awkward and distressing posture. An assessment from Maria Eve Chiasson, Jenny involved, as described by the Finnish Institute of Occupational Health, FIO, ergonomic workplace analysis method showed that the pain-informed workers negatively assess the effect of musculoskeletal pain of workers in terms of applicable ergonomic risk factors. Next one is the problem statement, which is a working in awkward and distressing posture affecting the musculoskeletal system. Next one is scalpel is important in handling loss but may not always through hands. The objective for this project are produce a postural analysis system to musculoskeletal risk in several methods and produce tally system for muscle activity which caused by dynamic, static, rapid changing, and or awkward posture. Next one is scope and limitation of the project. Three methods for this project only limited to rapid entire body assessment (REBA), job strength analysis, and electromyography (EMG), as there are also more methods that can be used for the assessment. The next one is the body part that involved for this case study are the whole body for REBA, upper body for EMG, and lastly arms and hands for job strength index. Okay, now we move to the methodology, which I will explain to you about the three methods for the body posture assessment. The first method is rapid entire body assessment, which is as known as REBA. REBA is to test the musculoskeletal disorder risk, which related to a certain job task and involves developing a postural analysis system. The REBA method application is as follows. Decide cycle time before observing the worker for several cycles. For each position, determine which part will be evaluated, either left or right. The rebar worksheet is divided into two bodies, which is section A and B to be evaluated. The section A which is left side, covers the neck, trunk, and legs, while for section B, which is the right side, includes the arms and wrists. Then we score the group A, neck, trunk, and legs posture, and score group B, upper arms, lower arms, and waist posture into the worksheet. There is a posture scoring scale and additional modifications which need to be considered and accounted for in the score for each stage. This is an example of RIBA employee assessment worksheet. The next method is electromyography test, which is also known as EMG. The EMG is a medical procedure to examine the nerve cells condition as well as muscle control by motor neurons. The electrical signals are transferred via motor neurons are showing to muscles for contraction, and EMG converts the signals into numerical graphs of sound. Electromyography tests involve tiny devices called electrodes that can identify the electric signals. During the test, a needle electrode is inserted into a muscle to record electrical activities of the muscle. The method application for EMG is as follows. The EMG device attached to the worker's back body. The worker executes the work position and requires doing slight or full strength muscle contractions, which is lifting object and others. The EMG signal then results taken from the device before analyzed. This is the electromyography EMG test procedure from the posture. And the last method for the body posture assessment is job strength index. The job strength index is developed by Moore and Gard to analyze jobs to determine risk of distal upper extremity disorder, which also part of work-related musculoskeletal disorder at hand, wrist, and elbow of the worker's body. The method application is as follows. Divide job into tasks. For each task and each hand, evaluate the 6 job risk factors by assigning it into a category. The datasheet below shows the format for this method. Note the rating for each category. The strength index is the result of each 6 ratings. And this is the datasheet for the job strength index. Next one is the expected results. The expectation for this project to be able to come solution for the after evaluating the potential of hazardous tasks among the workers after analyzing using assessment tools such as rapid entire body assessment RIBA, job strength analysis, and electromyography EMG. And then this solution will be used to create a roadmap for improving challenges related to work posture assessment. These are the references for this case study. This is the Gantt chart planning for final year project this semester. Okay, this is all from me. If there is any requirement, please feel free to contact me. Thank you and have a good day.